Hello and welcome back to another video from the lovely Blenheim Palace in July 2012 at the Rally of the Giants American car show put on by the 350 American Auto Club. And starting the video off here, we had a really lovely example of a 51 Pontiac Chieftain, lovely condition convertible here, sitting on the end of the row, looking very proud for itself. Badge on the front there, Chicago Motor Club, possibly where it was kept in the States. It's moving along. Little Chevy here, looking sort of, I think best to describe as in original condition, which is nice. Means it hasn't been mucked about with and given a dodgy paint job with a a different colour, looking all nice and original. Going around here, Plymouth V8 badge on the front. Not sure of the model or even the year for that matter, but looks quite an early car, quite nice. Nice little Ford V8 sitting next to it. We've got another Ford at the end there, but there's a bit of a conversation going on in front of it, so I can't really get to it to do a proper picture of it. It's funny looking around some of these, the American cars, the likenesses to some of the British cars of the time. If you look at the hubcaps on this, very similar to sort of hubcaps fitted on, say for example, 100E, the 100E Fords. Even down to the dashboards, the steering wheel there looking a bit Mark 1 Zephyr like. So just moving round to the back. That's what I love about this car show. There's always different cars. You can go to normal car shows in a year, and I mean we're all guilty of it. We turn up at the same ones and it's the same cars, but this show always brings out what I would say are probably some of the finest examples of American cars in the country. And the owners are not scared to bring them out in this weather either. So we're just going to have just a walk along and start you at the end of the next row. And how about these 1950 Studebakers? How's that for a bit of innovation in design? And just moving along. Now this Country Squire 1954, I was talking to the owner last night about this. Although you look at it and you think, oh yeah, that needs restoring, it actually is in its original sun-bleached condition where it was taken from the beaches in California. As you can see, it's got the water skis on the top, the original old wooden ones. It's got the surfing and skiing type stickers in the back, and as you can see, totally bleached where it's been used all the time in the sun, taking people out surfing. And I think it'd be great to, the owner's going to leave it in this condition, which I think is great, because it's, if you restore it, it's then like any other restored one, whereas this one just standing there tells its story, which is terrific. Move along. Chevy Belair, always lovely to see. And we work our way down the road and we'll come up the back and you'll see the detail of the back of this as stunning, if not more so than the front. So moving swiftly along, and we have a 55 Oldsmobile. Hey, look at the bonnet mascot on this thing. That must weigh something in its own right, let alone the weight of the rest of the car. Very nice. Again, moving around, another Studebaker. Very quirky design, but very good. Even down to a little fan on the front of the air intake there. Just moving along. 55 Chevy Belair. A lovely pastel blue colour. Looks like, according to the number plate, all the way from St. Louis. Now, just moving along here, and I looked at this earlier before we started the video. Buick 8. Look how that bonnet opens up. And looking at the mechanism on it, it will actually do that both sides. So if you want to get to the other side of the engine, you can actually shut it down again and open it up from the opposite side. And as a mechanic, could be handy. The only thing I can see there, I'd be hitting my head on those pins sticking down. It's a rare car, you don't see many of these around. Kaiser, mid-50s I would guess. Not really sure of the year, but a very, very nice example. Probably quite difficult to get spares for these now, so anyone who takes on a restoration of these is quite brave. You can see, although a rare car, we're lucky to have 3 examples all in a row at this car show, which really shows how the more unusual cars do come to this show. 55 Oldsmobile, and up for sale there as well. So if you want to come along to the Rally of the Giants next year and you want a bit of style to come in, there you go. Moving along, 57 Chevy, very iconic Chevy. One of the family of Tri-Chevys, the 55, 56 and 57 were all called the Tri-Chevys. Stunning in black. Moving along, we've got Plymouth Belvedere. Must apologise if I can't get all the cars in, but there are quite a lot of people here, despite the rain showers and the dodgy looking weather. People have come out in droves to look at these stunning cars. There we go. Ultimate. Looking at it, 60s car. Cadillac. In stunning black. I'm just going to move around in amongst all the people who are talking about cars and about whatever else they can. And this is a sedan DeVille, which is really, really nice model. So looking at the back of that, that's a 1960. 1960 cars are quite rare now, because what happened to a lot of them is a lot of people actually converted these to look like 59s. They put the 59 rear lights on. So to actually see a standard 60, it's quite unusual these days. Getting going along. Back view of the others, the 57 Chevy. '55 Olds. And the 3 Kaisers down. Have a look at that. This one's all the way from Holland. And even walking around, I've heard all different accents. So this car show really does attract people from all different countries. And I know if there's a special event, as a few years ago there was the celebration of 50 years of the Thunderbird. I know there was a lot of Americans came over. So this really is quite a good show for gathering different people to celebrate these unusual cars.
We drove it down there, they emptied all the oil out and
here we go.
a big hoist and put it into the on the top floor of the...
That's what I was saying about the back end of this Chevy. Have a look at this. How about that for styling?
Yeah, they should on their own. Yeah.
The suicide doors.
Fabulous.
Fake.
Yeah. But I've seen you saw that.
The wood, well, it's a saintly, that's plastic. No, it's black.
So that brings us to the end of this video of this row, and I'm sure there'll be another one along in a minute. Just before I sign off, just have a look at the unusual way that boot lock opens on that Studebaker. You can just see the lever partly up there, how you open the boot. Typical of American quirky sort of designs. So signing off now, I'll be back with another video soon. Bye for now.